Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cryptic Heartland Podcast, episode number 125. I'm your host, Leo Fernandez. As you can see, I'm riding solo right now, but hopefully some of the guys will join me later on. Everybody's kind of prepping for their last minute Thanksgiving things, which I want to say everybody out there watching the podcast tonight, thank you for tuning in this evening on a Wednesday night. I want to say happy Thanksgiving to you and your families tomorrow, early. So hope everybody has a good time and have some fun and, don't eat too much. And if you do get, meet up with your family, just stay safe if you can. I know these are weird, trying times. Normally I'd be with my family, and whatnot, but unfortunately we can't this year just because, we're playing it, safe, so just trying to play smart. So it is what it is. But hey, Tiffany, hey, Carl, hey, Renee, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing? I know a few of you guys are baking pies and whatever else, getting prepared for the tomorrow's meal. So just want to say hey with everybody. So tonight we bringing you live on a Wednesday evening versus our usual Sunday show, which kind of pains me because last Sunday was the anniversary of JFK. A topic that we love to talk about here on the Cryptic Heartland podcast. We're still going to talk about it, but not tonight. We'll save that for this upcoming Sunday. But Sunday, like I said, was the November 22nd, 1963 is when it happened, and this Sunday happened to be the 22nd, but we'll make it up to you guys. We have a couple of special guests coming on this Sunday who love conspiracy theories, love talking about JFK also, too. We've had them on our show before. It's the return of our buddies, Jason Kupsik from Kansas City. He's from the Ectoplasm Show. He also helps sponsor and puts on the Kansas City Paracon that we went to last year, that we're supposed to go to this year as well, but unfortunately COVID hit, so they had to cancel it this year. And it was going to be a great show. It's supposed to be a good show, a great Paracon this year, but unfortunately COVID ruined that. So we'll see how next year comes about, 2021. So, but also we're going to have Josh Hurd, who is our, a friend from the Ectoplasm Show. He co-hosts with Jason Kupsik, and he's also a member of the G Crew podcast, which features, some pretty big names on the G Crew. It's Chad Lindbergh, who's the actor from Supernatural fame to Fast and Furious. He's also features Nick Groff from, good old Ghost Adventures, and he does his own thing now too. So, and then there's also Johnny Hauser, who is involved with the Villisca Axe Murder House out of Villisca, Iowa. So our buddy Josh co-hosts a podcast with them guys too. So if you get a chance to check them out, it's G Crew here on, I think they do some stuff on Facebook, but they also do most of it on, I think it's Patreon. So stay tuned for that too. But we'll have those guys on this Sunday with hopefully the rest of the gang. I know Jason, is wanting to talk about JFK. So, but he'll be on the show here in a little bit. Jason Roberts, our Jason, he's coming here shortly. He said he's on his way home. He had to stop and do some things here. So, but no, anyways, thank you guys for tuning in this evening, and away we'll go. Oh, the reason I had to cancel also too, not because of the Chiefs and Raiders game, which I'm a Raiders fan, and unfortunately the Raiders got beat. But it was a good, close game Sunday night. But the reason I had to, bow out Sunday was because I had to work, and not unfortunately. It's good to have a job in these days, in this time, But I had to work, and it's the end of the year. I do software installs and stuff like that. And, of course, we're doing a bunch of patchworks. So it's all good. We're here this evening. We're going to have some fun. We'll be here for the full 2 hours, hopefully. And we'll do some good things here. So I don't know what to talk about just right off the bat. I do have some stuff planned for later on, some things we like to do around the show and whatnot. But it got me thinking, Thanksgiving and whatnot. I was trying to find anything related to the topic itself as far as paranormal goes. I didn't find. I mean, there's the usual urban myths, legends, whatever you want to call them, about ghosts at Thanksgiving, but nothing really grabbed my attention. I'm sure there's, if you go to the eastern United States where some of that stuff originated from, you're probably going to run into some of those possible spirits out there. But as far as around here, it's our usual haunts. I don't think they really take a day off, due to a holiday or whatnot. But so be it. But tonight also too, I have the phone line open. So if you want to call in, it's up at the very top there. give me a shout. Let me know what you're talking about. Let me know what your plans are. Or, you know, if you want to talk ghosts, if you want to talk shop with us, give us a holler. I'd love to hear from you guys. You know, it's been a while since we took in some phone calls. Usually we just go through the chat line itself, but we'll give it a whirl tonight and see what works, see what happens. So, yeah, definitely give me a holler if you want to talk about anything on your mind, whether it be ghosts, UFOs, anything really. JFK, well, nope, save JFK for Sunday, guys. Just kidding. But like I said, I'm just waiting for Jason to join here shortly, and then we'll see how he's doing. He's been away for a while, too. He hasn't been feeling the greatest, so we'll see how he's doing this evening. And I know same thing with Dan. He hasn't been feeling too great, and I mean, heck, who has in this day and age? I know Tiffany, who's watching, she's recovering from surgery, so I see she's doing much better. She has a cast on now, so Tiffany, get well. And our good old buddy Carl, man, you had a little bit of a run into with some things, and you're doing well too, from what you told us and what I've heard. So I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear that, you know, the tight knit family of ours is doing great. You know, better, not great, better, but you know, you guys are, you know, it keeps us going too. You know, you help fuel our fire. So with you guys watching and, you know, and coming along with our rides and stuff when we go do events and whatnot. It's why we do this, you know, for the clients, for the public, you know, the people such as yourselves, and that's why we do also the podcast too. We love talking shop about everything, and it's such a good time, you know. We have some fun times. So, but anywho, yeah, like I said, numbers at the top: 316-617-1232. Give me a shout out if you want to talk about anything. Otherwise, we're going to bring back a couple of our guests throughout the upcoming weeks. I know we had a good turnout last week with our guest, Gail Fontenot. She was the psychic medium and based out of Louisiana, and she had a good time. She's like, if you guys ever need me, give me a holler. We'll definitely bring her back because we had some good phone call or some good conversations. People needing help, seeking advice, and she was able to. She surprised the heck out of me. I never met her before until last Sunday, and she surprised me with some of her knowledge, which was great. I loved it. She was able to hit on some spot-on things that only certain people should know, and the people that called in asking for help, she was helping them very, very, very much. She was telling them things that only they could know, possibly, so that was very exciting. You know, it was a good time. I'm glad she was able to partake, and she said she'll come back anytime. We're also going to have the return of Sarah Soderlin, our guest we had on a few weeks back. She wants to come back too, which I told her she has an open invite. Pretty much any of our guests have an open invite. We don't have anybody we've talked to that we want to, you know, don't want on the show, basically. So, hey, Crystal, how you doing today? So we love, you know, like I said, we love doing our things too as a group by ourselves, but we also love having, you know, different people out in the field. We're working on getting some other people on here, some people you might recognize. So stay tuned. We'll get that out in there in the works, and yeah. So we'll see how things are going. But sorry, I'm getting some messages. I'm reading the message board. Just seeing how everybody's doing. So. Yeah, like I said, we got some good people coming back to join us, and it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. And we're going to also start doing, you know, more once COVID lightens up a little bit, if it ever will. We'll do some live investigations here on this Cryptic Heartland channel. We've done those in the past also, too. And it's fun, you know. We have a good time. We like to show you guys what we do behind the scenes, because that's how we got our start. We started out as, you know, ghost hunters, paranormal investigators, you know, and a lot of us were... or all of us pretty much were, you know, part of Everyday Legacy Paranormal, which that's who you know, that's the group I'm in charge of right now. And then we eventually branched out and did, you know, Road Trip Paranormal, which is more the entertainment side of things, which is Jason's group, and, well, which I'm a part of too, you know. But that's the entertainment side with our paranormal investigations, or our public, investigations, so. And then, of course, Jason does Bigfoot in Kansas with our buddy Brendan, and, you know, things like that, so. But I think Renee said she might join. Yeah, Chris, I'll definitely take a look at those pics. She was one of our guests, or one of our people last week, where she reached out for Gail's help, and Gail was able to help, you know, provide some things. Let me see if I can get those pics. She said she sent me a couple pics. Let's see here. Sorry, I know this makes for great podcast. Me trying to find pics, but I want to know what she sent us. I know, like I said, she was definitely in need of help. So, definitely would love to try to find out what those were and see what's going on and whatnot. So give me a second here. I'll try to pull those up here. And like I said, Jason should be almost home, I think. He said he was on his way home, and he'll be joining us too shortly here. But I almost thought about reaching out to Gail, matter of fact, right now and see if she's available. I'll try to see if I can get her on the phone, maybe. Maybe she can help, move us on along a little bit, and maybe provide us an update on things and see how things are going. So let me see if she's around here. 1 second. But hope everybody, like I said, is having a safe time out there. And let's see if she's available. I just reached out to Gail right now, and let's see if. Cause I would love if anybody has any questions, especially when Gail comes on, if she's able to join us this evening. I would love for her to answer any kind of questions you guys may have. Something that's troubling you, ailing you. She was able to, like I said, pick out things from people's just by listening to their stories and hit on some things, such as a favorite dress or an item in the house, and that had a special meaning to somebody, and it was pretty interesting to see and listen to. I'm just waiting to see a couple responses here, so 1 second here. But yeah, hopefully everybody, like I said, waiting for Jason, and I think Renee said she might join too, which Renee's my sister from Dodge City. She's also part of the group. She's does the paranormal side, and she does a podcast every now and then, so hopefully she'll join us for a little while anyways. I know she was busy cooking too. Probably should have done this a different day, Tuesday maybe, since everybody was trying to get ready for Thanksgiving. But we're here to have some fun. So, let's see here. I'm just trying to watch all lines because I got people chatting me everywhere. So, let's see. I've been just kind of watching a bunch of things. This is my favorite time of year as far as ghosts. Of course, we start off with October and Halloween and all the spooky stuff. But for us, it's Halloween. 365 days a year, so, but also leading up into November with JFK and conspiracy theories. I was talking to one of our my teammates, Chris, and we were just talking off, about different things. It's like, what if things that, okay, first of all, we all know about the Warren Commission. What if the Warren Commission is just black and white? It is what it is. Oswald's a lone shooter, so be it. But what if not, what if it's everything, all these conspiracy theories out there? What if it's possibly that what they're saying out there as a conspiracy theory? Maybe some of that stuff might be true. So who knows? I mean, it has some kind of, fact from some things, whether it be just a simple, hey, I was there that day, to, hey, this is why it happened because I have proof, kind of a thing. But as of right now, nobody has clearly came out and took ownership other than, giving credit to Oswald. So as history has taught us, but we'll see. That's what we're going to that's what we're going to talk about on Sunday. We'll talk about some of the possible victims of the whole melee. We'll talk about the possible shooters, to some of the evidence out there that we've come across. I say evidence, but it's it's all hearsay really. But I'm trying to wait for Crystal's pics. I don't see him out there yet, Crystal, so I'm not sure which one you sent him to. Let me know which one you sent him to, and I'll grab him. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, going back to my original thought, I love conspiracy theories. There's a bunch of them out there. We've talked about on previous episodes of Cryptic Heartland different conspiracy theories, everything from the Kennedy curse to the Superman curse to the Poltergeist curse, which a lot of those are fun to talk about, but it's also, tragic because, a lot of those ended up with, a fatality or something, which is not always, fun to make poke light of. It's somebody's life that's affected greatly and, that has passed away. That's why they're part of the curse. But, I mean, there's some truth. Sorry, reading some of the chat. There's some truth to a lot of those, conspiracy theories and whatnot. Or else people wouldn't, wanted to brag about them or talk about them. So I've heard different things on Kennedy, which I can't wait. I want to talk about some of that stuff. And hey, Gail. Gail, I sent you a message. I don't know if you want to jump on in tonight, last minute. If you want to come on aboard with the show and maybe we can do some phone calls maybe if you want to. It's up to you, Gail. I'd love to have you as a guest again. You were very entertaining. I see Gail's watching the psychic meeting we had on last week. Let's see if she wants to jump on. I know I put her on the spot, so but we shall see. So yeah, okay. Yeah, I understand. She said, "Oh wait, Renee's trying to get it set up." She said, let's see here." But no, oh, I see somebody coming in. Here comes Jason. 1 second, I'm gonna let him in here real quick. Let him in the room. 1 second. Hang on, Jason. I'm getting you brought in. Uh-oh. Here's the fun part. I go psychedelic sometimes. Goofy. Goofy, what do you call it? That's the thing about this guy. Can you hear me, Jason? I can hear you. Not sure what's going on behind the scenes, but yeah, I can hear you. Hey, sir. We're just getting you in here 1 second. Let me get you on the show here. Jason Roberts, one of the co-hosts of Cryptic Heartland podcast, is joining us too. 1 second here. Let me see if I can bring him in on screen. I apologize. 1 second. There he is. Oops. There he was. Anyways. What's up, Jason? How are you, sir?
Pretty good. Am I everywhere on the screen there?
I'm adjusting. Hang on 1 second here. I just hope now you're gone. This is amateur hour. It's been a while. No, I'm just kidding. 1 second. Let me get my dumb head out of the way real quick here. We'll get you going here. Trying to get Jason added. Oh, heck. Gotta love Zoom. I mean, it's fun to use, but sometimes it's challenging just because just getting everybody situated and whatnot can be fun.
Oh, yeah.
We're trying. Let me do this. That's not quite what I had in mind, but I'll adjust here in just a minute. Yeah, we got Jason on the line here. What's up, Jason? How are you, buddy?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Got a little bit of feedback from you. Not quite, but trying to hear. Hopefully people at home can hear Jason okay. But where the hell you been, man? I know.
At home.
Yeah, I don't know what you want to talk about or not, but yeah, it's good to have Jason back, hopefully.
Yeah. You can talk about it. I'm here.
Okay. Uh, Jason reason he's been out a little bit, and he, as you can hear him, he unfortunately was dealing with a little bit of a COVID. Well, not a little bit. He's been dealing with COVID. So he's back though. Hopefully, eventually.
Yeah.
He's back.
Past my quarantine time, so.
Good to hear.
If that even means anything, you know.
Right, in this day and age, what does that actually mean? Yeah.
Well, yeah, 2 weeks up and you're magically healed, right?
Right. Exactly. So yeah, no, Jason's back. He's looked to be good. I mean, I didn't know what to expect from you because I know you haven't been feeling the greatest, but
Well, not doing too bad today. Actually, went and helped out at work today. So,
oh, you did.
yeah.
Very cool, man. Well, I'm glad you're.
I mean, I'm past the quarantine time, so.
Yeah,
That's the rules, right?
that's what they say, anyways. Oh my God, what a year, man. What a strange year it's been. So, I just get kind of getting everybody kind of caught up with things and just letting everybody know what's going on, what's coming up. We got, like I said, JFK coming up this Sunday with Josh Hurd and Jason Kupsik, and we'll talk some conspiracy theories. Hopefully we don't get shut down by the government, like always. No, I'm kidding. That's one thing. That's one of the running jokes. We have two things on the show here. We talk about one being JFK. When we do the episode, our feed always cuts out for some mysterious reason, coincidental possibly, but just a weird coincidence that does happen quite often when we're doing the episode. And then, of course, the famous Tahlequah word we always talk about. Carl knows that word for us. He's like, oh, he said the T word. But, yeah, I think that has to do with the spirits that we deal with down there and whatnot, the Native American side of things and everything like that. So, but, so how's everybody in the family doing? Are they, for the most part, getting over this COVID crap, or is it still lingering, or is it kind of a
Oh,
different
I
thing?
think it's still lingering and passing it on each other, basically, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, it's a bummer, man. Hate to hear that. Just you never know how these things are going to play themselves out, especially with this new made up disease, right? I'm kidding.
Oh yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm not even going to start with that. Nah, unfortunately, it's not made up. It's it's affected quite a bit of us, really. I mean, with different things. You know, I've lost a couple people to it, a couple relatives, unfortunately, and
Yeah.
healthy people. You know, just it's just a weird thing. I know it's probably scary for you, and we won't linger too much on it because I know you want to move past all that bullshit. So we'll just continue on, man.
Yeah.
Just be thankful, count our blessings, be thankful for what we have. So, hope people at home, I hope you can hear Jason okay. I'm getting a little bit of feedback. I can't tell if it's on my end. Like, you sound kind of low. I don't know if it's just you in general or I can't tell. So, it might just be me and my headset. So, hopefully, people at home. Whoa.
Got everything turned. I got headphones on. Is that what's causing it?
I don't know. I keep getting some little bit of feedback. I think you'll be all right. We'll make it work. So, hey, Chris, what's up? Chris is one of our teammates. He's watching, getting ready for Thanksgiving himself. So, a lot of people are looking. Yeah, I am too, Chris. He says he's looking forward to Sunday's show with JFK. So, he's been brushing up on his behind the scenes stuff too. So,
Yeah, he sent me a video. I need to watch it. I haven't watched it
yeah,
yet.
he sent it to me too. Let me see, Jason. They said you're real low. Let me see why you're low, sir. I don't know why. Let me see if I can. I don't know where to adjust
You
yet.
keep you keep going in and out of camera too.
Camera.
Yeah, you do. You keep like fading out like a ghost.
Yeah,
In and out, in and out.
you don't need to see him anyways. Let me see if I can get Jason volume a little boosted a little bit here. 1 second here. I apologize. Let's see what we got here. I think we're good, Jason. Go ahead and talk, Jason, if you don't mind.
Nope.
Okay. So I boosted you up a little bit on the speakers. Hopefully it's not too loud, people at home. But
All right.
okay. Yeah, and I don't know how much of it, like I said, is due to Jason's condition as far as, battling COVID. If it's maybe affecting your voice a little bit. But yeah, I got you turned up pretty loud actually, so hopefully they can hear you now. I boosted you. Um,
Hopefully, hopefully just this time and this Sunday is the only, Zoom that I'll do. Next time the following Sunday, I can hopefully be in studio.
okay. Yeah, no worries.
Unless you need me in studio this Sunday.
No, I mean I want you to be well rested, man. I don't want you to push the issue. So I get it, man. We'll make it work. Yeah, you can see stuff just as easy on Zoom as you can in studio. So
I know, it's just a pain. Zoom's kind of a pain.
yeah, it's fantastic when it works though. So,
Yeah,
but we've been pretty blessed to have it because it's connected us with guests all over the United States. With Gail we had last week, and we also had David Oman, which we'll get him back on the show too. Gave us
Yeah.
Josh and Jason Kupsik, and gave us Sarah, other guests, and people like that. She Squatchers. So Zoom's been great as long as we can get everything adjusted, levels wise. So it's all good. But so I know you've been down a little bit, and I won't make you talk as much if we can save your breath. But have you? I know you had a lot of downtime. Have you been able to monitor anything as far as any kind of paranormal, UFOs, Bigfooting, anything? Have you much
Well,
not?
I've been watching a lot of murder mystery shows.
Hey, that's all right too. I love that stuff. I mean, it kind of goes, along with our conspiracy things and whatnot. I watched some of the shows that we talked about, on our podcast. We talked about the what's it called, hunters, the hunters. What's that one about the missing hunters? Hunted. Yeah,
Missing 411.
yeah, that's an interesting show, man. We talked about that previously with Dan and you and everybody. And I think Jake, but that's the one with you got these hunters that have been hunting for most of their lives. And one of the guys was 70 years old, and actually taught hunters hunter's education, whatever, and this guy comes up missing, randomly. There's no sign of a struggle with, any kind of wildlife, no gun left behind, no debris, nothing. It's just like he upped and vanished off the face of the earth, which is just wild in itself.
Like, what do you think about the whole missing? People going missing all over, not just America. It happens everywhere.
Oh yeah. Well, it's just is it paranormal? Is it UFOs? Is it Bigfoot?
Is it serial killers? I mean,
Right.
is it just us humans going ballistic and wiping people out? But some of these people going missing and how they're found once they are
Yeah.
they don't stay missing for long. They find a corpse or something, but
Right.
they're found in very unusual manners.
Yeah.
Okay, so as
Yeah.
you watch that episode,
Yeah.
it's weird.
And it's a lot to take in when you're watching, just because it's just like, I mean, it's divided up into chapters and it tells different stories. It's not just one continuous story, but it's all similar occurrences, and a lot of it was in the same area almost, which is bizarre.
Okay, so you watched it. So you saw the one with the older gentleman, the hunters, group
Yeah.
of friends and family.
Right.
What do you think about him? How he just walks into the woods and he's gone.
Yeah, that's just it. Because when Jason's talking about, it's the very first episode, and we won't give away too much in case you do want to watch it, but it's a group, like I said, the guy that taught hunters safety, education, all that stuff. He familiar with these woods. That's where they always went. They rented a cabin up there. Uh, Basically, there was about 5 guys, and this guy happens to be in his 70s. Sorry, I can't tell people are calling in, so I apologize. I can't hear. Maybe these might be some of the pictures and stuff. I apologize, but the guy and his buddies, it's just a straight road. They went off to a different area they're not familiar with, but it's still close to where they normally hunt. And one of the guy's sons, the guys have their younger sons and friends with them too and whatnot. And I say younger, we're talking probably 40s, 50s, maybe these other guys are. But they go down this road. There's about 5 or 6 of them take a post, like every so many yards. And they go in maybe about maybe 10 to 15, 20 yards into the forest, off the road itself maybe. Well, the very last guy, who's probably most experienced hunter, goes to the very last post and hangs out there. His wife said, he took a snack, whatever. Somebody said he took a snack. He had his gun, had a walkie-talkie on him. And they were out there, I don't remember, was it maybe 45 minutes to an hour or something, or maybe a couple hours at most. I can't remember what the exact time frame was. But
Right.
while the younger hunters were coming towards them, trying to push deer and whatnot towards them, so they eventually made it to those guys, the post guys, we'll call them. They, which happened to be one of the most experienced hunter guys, and they were like, okay, we didn't really find anything. Let's go back, whatever. So they start coming back in. Everybody comes back in, to the post or to the one main meeting area, and except for that last guy. And they're like, well, where's he at? So they radio out to him, can't pick him up on walkie-talkies. They start going down that way, go out to where he should have been. There's like a big rock where he was sitting, probably more than likely, watching this thing, for deer and whatnot. There's nothing there. Like I said, there's no sign of a struggle from, wildlife, like torn clothing, the walkie falling, the gun leaving left behind, They never find any of this stuff to this day.
No drag marks, anything.
Yeah, it's just like he up and vanished in thin air. And it's like, how does that even happen? I mean, what happened is another thing. That's
you
what's...
have the friend, but then you have the one hunter that heard a strange sound.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that part. Yeah. Yeah, he heard an odd noise. And they said, well, what did you hear? And they're like, I can't even describe it. It's like, I don't know what it was. It's just, and he can't even imitate it.
He said the closest he could think of is like the sound of loud, like metal, like clamping. Like it was metal,
Kind of like a bear trap almost, they said.
but it was huge.
Yeah, I mean, it was enough to, echo in the woods, so. Okay, thanks, Carl. He said he can't hear because he's at the bowling alley, so he's having a hard time hearing us because he's bowling, obviously. But he said he'll come back on Sunday. And Crystal, I got those pictures. I'll look at them here shortly. Give me just a second here. But yeah, it's bizarre. It's like, what happened to these people? I mean, and because even the next story after that is the husband and wife, experienced athlete, rock climbing and whatnot, and they're not that far from each other, and she just up and vanishes too. And they find her, what, I don't know, 100 yards the opposite way, and she's naked. She's naked in a fetal position, like something something terrified her or whatever,
And, yeah, she's off in an area where it's really difficult to get to,
Yeah, that's just it.
and everyone's like, "Why? Why would you ever go?
Right.
Who would, even if it was a serial killer or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
there'd be no like, why? Why would you do that unless you're just being sadistic about it? That not leaving any signs or reasons.
Right.
Most killers leave like
A calling card.
something.
Yeah, yeah. And this lady didn't show any signs of like, injuries or, any kind of trauma to the body or anything, even though they found her naked. It's just like she was curled up in the fetal position. And there was a theory that maybe she, once you get into a certain, I don't know what the word is, like a certain mind frame, basically, you may start panicking and you lose, and maybe even the altitude possibly, and all this stuff. That I can't remember what the exact medical or the exact scientific term is, but you basically you lose your train of thought, kind of a thing, and
Right.
become somebody else, in a manner of speaking. But they think that.
But
Go ahead.
like well, everybody keeps saying that they can't hear me.
Yeah, you have like I said, echo. Hey, where'd you go?
Sorry, sorry.
Yeah, it's something that I think it's the headset you're using, possibly, maybe, or if you're not turned up loud enough. Let me see if I can't.
Just take these out and I'll just talk about it.
Whoa,
Is that any better?
that's a lot better. Hang on, let me turn this down a little bit. So I had you too loud now. Yeah, I think that's a lot better, Jason.
Huh?
That's a lot better.
Is that better?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're not getting as much feedback earlier as we were before too.
My fault. I was using these and I mean, they work, but they ran through the washing machine. So,
Oh no, probably maybe fried them. Hey, I'm gonna bring we had our guest last week, Gail Fontenot. I had her. She's gonna join us tonight, if that's all right. She's gonna sit in on kind of the third chair, and let me get her the information real quick here, people at home, and I think our phone lines are gonna get flooded here pretty quick because people love when she comes on. Last week she was answering questions, all kinds of fun stuff. So let me get that information to her. Let's see here. Where do I have that at? I gotta find it real quick here. I apologize. I have it here. Yeah, and Jason, you didn't get a chance to meet her last week, so
no.
let's see here. I'll have her come on and we can talk with her. And like I said, she has a vast knowledge of things, and it's pretty impressive to hear. So
What all kinds of things?
People were calling in and saying, I feel troubled. I have this person, maybe possibly attached to me and whatnot, and she was picking up on things that only that they knew. I mean, as far as like one lady had a specific dress that, because she's like, I see this certain type of dress, whatever, and the lady's like, oh my god, I wore that to Easter, it's my father's favorite dress, whatever, kind of a thing, and just some little weird things that it was pretty impressive to watch. I kind of sat back and just became a fanboy at that point. So,
does she ever help with like missing people?
Yeah, she does some police things, but she couldn't tell us too much. She'd be a great person to talk about this.
I wonder if she ever watches any of those kind of shows before, and she actually has thought about it. And I don't know how she does it. But.
Yeah, we'll have her come on here in just 1 second. Here, she's joining us. I'll see when she pops in on the Zoom meeting. I might adjust the screen here in just a little bit. I see what you're talking about, Jason. Me fading in and out now.
Yeah.
It's because of probably where I'm sitting, everything in the room. But on camera, we look perfect. So, well, as good as we're gonna look. So, but yeah, that's some wild stuff. But yeah, I can't wait to see her take on some of these missing things, as far as missing cases and whatnot. Now,
that's what I've always wondered is anybody who's like a medium or psychic, how they deal with the missing people.
Yeah, like I said, stuff she's worked on, she can't obviously give out information, but she can give an insight into some of that stuff. So, as far as how she does it and whatnot, and yeah, she was fun to talk to. Like I said, Gail's be joining us here in just 1 second here. Hopefully she got the Zoom info. But yeah, no, that whole stuff with that Hunted show was bizarre. And then we talked about it also too. The Unsolved Mysteries season 2 came out on Netflix, and there's some crazy stuff going on there, man. I'm just like,
We
I don't
finally
know.
finished watching that season 2.
Yeah,
What'd you think? Did you watch it?
I've watched up to the tsunami. I'm about halfway through the tsunami. So
Damn, that's the
yeah,
one I was wanting to talk about.
yeah, that one blew my mind. And then I watched it late night. That's my problem. Then I ended up passing out, falling asleep. So.
Yeah, you know what the tsunami's about, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So.
The episode.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Yep. I just got to finish it. I'm just like, man, just waiting.
Yeah, how people are seeing, and that one wasn't even the worst one. Like there's one in what is it, Indonesia? A few years back that actually was even worse and killed hundreds and thousands of more people.
Right.
And I wonder if they're having the same thing
Yeah.
with
No kidding.
seeing seeing the spirits of the people who died in the tsunami and everything.
Yeah. That's not Gail. That's Renee joining us. Hang on. I got to get my stupid head out of there because I'm like all blending in. 1 second. Let me get this stuff cleaned up a little bit, people at home. This is not amateur hour. But Gail will be joining us too, people. Hang on 1 second. This is Renee. She's been on the podcast before with us. She's part of the team and whatnot. So 1 second, let me get this going here. That looks a little better. 1 second. There's Renee. And then, like I said, Gail will be joining us here shortly too. Gail Fontenot from Louisiana. Yep.
Is she really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's very cool. Can't wait to have her on. Sorry, let me get this out of the way here.
I see her face.
Who's? Renee's?
Renee.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to get that covered up so some of the stuff's covered up because it makes it weird for viewers at home. Then once Gail joins us, I'll put her up here too. Now I'm gone. That's okay. I don't need to be on the show. You guys take over. Renee, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Jason.
Yep.
How's it going?
It's going. Just cooking away and getting things ready for tomorrow and all that fun stuff. So thought I'd join in.
We're not leaving the house, so we're just cooking tomorrow morning and call it good.
Same.
I think this is Gail joining us. Hang on.
Hello.
Hey, Gail. How's it going?
All right, just don't put me live because I will scare people at this point in time. No live video, please.
I won't. I'll make sure I put a picture up you. Hang on a second. I'm working on it right now. I'm getting you on
Thank you, sir.
Gail on the phone. We got Renee, my sister, who's part of the Cryptic Heartland team.
Hi, Gail.
Hey, so nice to meet you.
And then
Yes, nice to meet you.
we also got Jason Roberts, who's part of our Cryptic Heartland team also too. He's battling COVID right now. He's just trying to get over it. So
God bless your heart, dude.
yeah, this is some serious times right now.
I'm on the upper end of it, so
I'm glad to hear that. That's a scary thing.
kind of afraid that it's still kind of lingering in the house, though.
Aw.
Do you need me to come with a bottle of bleach and some holy water and knock it out for you?
Yes,
Heck yeah.
please. Yes, please.
Anything at this point, huh?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, can you just UPS it this way?
FedEx, man, it's on its way. I put a little swamp juice in there just to make sure.
I love the non-accent, right? No accent.
I do not have an accent, people.
No, I love
I
hearing.
just talk a little funny when I get around my friends.
There
That's
you
all.
go. I like that. So, Gail, we were talking about there's a show out on Netflix called, or I think it's on Prime or something like that, where it's talking about
Brian, yeah.
missing people, specifically hunters, where they just disappeared out of nowhere.
Oh.
These guys are
Did you
experienced.
see season 1 too, Leo?
I just saw just one video. I don't know if that's just the.
Okay, so it's called Missing 411, and there's a season 1 and a season 2.
Oh, okay.
And the first season, which is really good, and I think it's on Netflix or Hulu, one of the two.
Uh-huh.
It's all about all these missing children. And that one is very odd too, because I mean, even Les Stroud, who's the Survivor man,
Yeah, huh?
Right.
he even went to one of the cases to actually hike the trail that this little 3-year-old did, 3-year-old, 4-year-old did in the
Oh, yeah.
mountains to where he was found.
That's
And he
right.
said, "There's no way a little child could have done this all on their own."
No, he had help.
Yeah. And the thing
Not
is,
good
that
help.
one child is the one that survived. They found him. He was almost frozen to death, but he survived, and he's an old man today. And he's like,
Wow.
I have no recollection of what happened. Everyone keeps telling me the story, but I don't know how I made it out of the house, up the mountain, up to where I was found, and where my clothes were being like stripped off and everything.
So you think he was alien abducted?
I don't know. That's the thing about the 411 is that from the hunters going missing in the woods to all these children going missing. I mean, one second they're there, the next second they're gone. There's people talking about how they see them right behind them, and they're talking and walking and everything. They turn back around and they're gone. It's like
Crazy.
a vortex or a portal or something, or Bigfoot or something. Just takes
Something
them
sucked them up into the. Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a mysterious. It's a very awesome show to watch, but it's very horrifying to think about it.
Those kind of shows are really hard for me to watch, to be honest, because I feel, what goes on, and I can very rarely even get through one.
Right. I can imagine that.
Man. Yeah, no.
It's like going to Gettysburg. I went to Gettysburg, and I couldn't stay more than 2 hours. I had to get up and get out of there. I was physically ill. So much death and energy, it's sad.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to say Gettysburg. I can just imagine. I've never been out that far east. I would love to one of these days. And, of course, it's on the old bucket list. But, we'll get out there eventually to go out and hopefully investigate and whatnot. And see
if you're into the Civil War, all that type of history, you have to go. You have to see it.
Oh, yeah.
That's like me. You had to go to Salem. We have our spots where we're
Right.
most comfortable.
Definitely. Yeah. When you were out there, what type of ghost did you hit? I mean, probably the obvious ghost, but what type of things did you pick up on out there? Out at Gettysburg especially?
Just the screams. That's
Oh.
what got me, were the screams and the sounds and people just screaming for help. I walked in one of the houses. I'm sorry, I can't remember. It was used as a field hospital, and you could just see the tables and then the cut off legs and stuff on the floor, and the smell. Oh God, the smell was horrible. Just that stench of rotting flesh and death. Boy, I'm on a good one tonight, huh?
Yeah.
We gotta get healthy around here. But seriously, that's what it was. I just pictured and envisioned all the things that were happening, and these young kids just sitting there screaming for help. It was just so sad.
Oh, I bet.
I won't be going back. There's no way. I mean, I grew up in New Orleans. I'm used to haunts. I'm used to ghosts, but it was just so much, looking at 63,000 people.
Wow. Yeah, and it's such a concentrated area as far as that goes too, with all the war zone, like you said, the battlefields to the hospital areas, the makeshift hospital areas they had to put in people's homes and whatnot. And then, of course, if they found out that you were there, they would come, and the enemy would come out, and basically bomb the
Absolutely.
house, and whatnot. So I could just imagine the amount of energy in those places.
Because you, like I said, you're talking 3 days and 63. I'm pretty sure it was like 63,000 people. That's 20,000 people a day dying. You know what
Wow.
kind of energy that leaves?
Wow.
Because these kids, they didn't know they were going to die. They died quickly, so they were just when their physical body was no more, all this energy's running around, going, "What happened to me? Where do I need to go? What do I need to do?" It's just they're confused.
Yeah.
And it's sad, you want to try to help them, and I helped as many as I could, but there was just no way. There's so much of it. You could go out there every day and never get finished helping them all pass.
Wow. That's insane. When you went to Salem, was there anything? Did you pick up on any of the famous ones that were tried at the actual Salem trials?
Not really. I mean, Salem is more just the history than it is all the sad stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of connect with Giles Corey for some reason. He was the one man that was pressed to death in the witch trials, and they put him on the ground. They put a board, well, not a board, like a big wooden door on top of him, and kept putting these rocks,
Right.
big stones on him, telling him to confess. But he wouldn't. All he would say was more stones.
Oh, wow.
Or more weight was the exact. So it took him a couple days to die, but to the end, he swore that he was not a witch, which he probably wasn't. That was all a political deal anyway. They wanted people's land, and they thought of a way to do it. But he's the only one that I really kind of said, "Oh, I'm sorry." I could physically, metaphysically, I guess,
Sure.
tell him I'm so sorry for what happened to you and you had to go through that. The ladies, they just they went on. He's still mad. He's angry, But
Yeah.
but the ladies that were killed, they just went on to wherever the next stop was.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's just my feeling. Other people have had different,
Sure.
different things going on.
Yeah, it definitely affects everybody differently too. Even from a psychic standpoint, everybody picks up on different energies, types, and whatnot, and people may approach them differently. The afterlife, I'm talking about spirits, may approach you differently. So, yeah, especially if you have a warm, kind, giving heart that wants to tend to help people more. You'll probably get the people that are in need more versus the ones that are,
Yeah.
looking for the darker side of things. They may tend to migrate towards them people instead, those type of psychics and whatnot. But either way, it's still horrific. I mean, especially in that part of the area, the old country.
And that makes total sense what you said. That's a perfect explanation for that. Everybody's different.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because we've been in locations where teams have gone in there and said, "Oh, there's nothing here, nothing haunted here," and then we've gone in there. It's like, really? What about all this stuff we caught, and documented?
Right.
It's like just because you didn't experience it, maybe doesn't. It's different for everybody, It's different
It
tactics.
is, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, definitely. So you never know.
Just had an argument on Facebook about that. Somebody always going around saying, "Oh, it's not haunted," but it's like, but so many people have experiences there.
Right.
Just because you're not in tuned or willing to pay attention doesn't mean that they're not there.
Or they didn't want to talk to you because they knew you were a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Luckily, we're not too jerky to them. They always seem to talk to us. No. Like I said, I treat them with respect. I know our team does especially. I mean, because most of the time we're talking to people that were once living. So like I always say, you don't want somebody coming into your home and say, "Hey, make a loud noise," or or start cussing you out, whatever. It's like I treat them with respect. These are living souls at one time,
You're absolutely right. And there's one place, like you said, different people get different things. I went to Waverly, and I was that place was so peaceful to me. I could have just lay down on the veranda and taken a nap. Where other people, they see these things, they get, it just wasn't doing that for me. I'm the fluffy bunny psychic, you know. I like all the nice, happy stuff. So that's kind of what I look for, you know, more so than trying to find the evil parts of it. Right. If I run across it, I have to deal with it and do what I got to do. But if I don't have to, I'd rather not.
Yeah. Do you see a lot of voodoo? I mean, like as far as interacting with things down in your part of the country? I know obviously Louisiana is notorious for voodoo and the Creole people. Do you come across a lot of dark hexes and whatnot, or curses?
Yeah, when I was a little younger, I was more into it, of course, you know. But one quick story I had, I was outside in the car waiting for my roommate to get out of the store. And I looked up, and there was this lady walking, and I just felt her. And she got close to the car, and I said, "Bless me, Maman." You know, that's what they call the female leaders. She didn't hear me. I said it in my mind, and she just looked up at me, and she raised her hand and opened her palm so her energy would come out, and just nodded her head and kept on walking. I mean, they're everywhere out there, but like you see, you better respect it. You know, that's nothing to play with. It's working with people's emotions and just what can happen if you go do things the wrong way. It's number one, going to jump back at you. And number two, you could hurt somebody really, really bad. So if I don't know what I'm doing, I stay out of it. I respect it. I think it's so cool, but I don't know enough about it, so I'm not going to touch it, and I'm not going to make something, you know, bad for somebody else. That's just my personal feeling on it.
Yeah, understandable. You touched upon an interesting point right there. You said you didn't say it out loud; you did it with your mind. Do you feel like spirits have a tendency to be able to read or connect with our minds? Because I've done experiments on those in locations, and before I even get the words out, things are responding to what I was thinking. Absolutely.
I mean, they're just pure energy. They can go in one ear, figure out what you're talking about, and come in and tell you about it, you know, and in just a very basic way. It can get a lot more sophisticated, but yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the reason we have to talk to each other is because we've been trained not to use our minds, you know, that way, not to use telepathy. I'm pretty sure, because, you know, when you have that one friend that finishes your sentences and stuff like that, that's an energy connection between two people. And a spirit can do it a whole lot easier than a walking person can do it, you know, because they have the ability to go into or to listen to your mind without having to hear you talk.
Yeah.
I'm notorious for that. I'm so bad.
No,
I'll be sitting somewhere and I'll look at somebody and I'm going, no, that's not what you wanted to say. But, you know, keep your mouth shut, Gail, and keep rolling down the road.
Gail Fontenot, the fluffy bunny person whisperer.
Yeah, the 6'2" bull built like a defensive back fluffy bunny psychic.
Better start trademarking those before somebody else does.
Yeah, I gotta do that real quick. The fluffy bunny psychic. Oh man,
that's right.
I've been called worse. We
all have. Yeah, I was gonna say. Renee or Jason, do you have anything you want to ask her personally, or just in general? Not necessarily personally, but anything you guys curious about?
Well, I mean, just touching on the subject that you were talking about, how when, you know, we go into places and people, they think, oh yeah, it's not haunted. We went in there and nothing. I do think it is, you know, the more welcoming and open you are to them, I think the more that they'll, you know, react. That's my opinion anyways.
Absolutely.
Or they may, you know, just that you're a warming person versus the ones that go in there, you know, close-minded and of course they're not going to get anything. Yeah. So.
You don't go in there and you wouldn't do it to a human. Oh, I mean, they're human, but you wouldn't do it to a physical person. Don't do it to an energy person. You know,
exactly.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You be respectful. And I think when you go in there and scream and holler at them, they'll say, adios, I'm not giving you anything. You know, whereas if you go in and be nice about it, then they're more likely to react to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And now, are you looking at a different job? Or do you have a job on the mind?
Well, I've had dealing with medical issues. I've been dealing with them for, oh my goodness, it's been over 4 years now. So, had to quit my job that I love. I was traveling
Yeah, you miss
CNA.
it. Yeah, you miss it, don't you?
I do. I really
Yeah.
do. Connecting with those people, and so I'm kind of just been looking at at home jobs. So kind of iffy about it, but curious as well. So
Yeah. I saw you kind of, like you say, digging in and looking at different things that you might be, wanting to do here sooner.
yes,
I think it'd be
definitely.
good for you. So a lot of people need that routine. That's I do. I need to have a reason to get up and go do what I got to do every morning. And I think you're kind of the same way. You
Oh
like
yeah,
looking forward to what's coming up the next day. And I
yes.
think one of those jobs, I don't think it'd be full time at first. I think one of them on a part time basis is probably what you're looking at, just so
Hmm.
you can get yourself back into that routine.
Hmm. Interesting. That caught me off guard. But I do
Sorry.
appreciate that.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
Right? Sorry, but I'm not.
You got it. You got it.
Oh, too funny.
How are you feeling, Renee? How's everything?
Oh, Friday I actually went into the hospital for a study that I had to have done. They're still trying to dig into things and figure out what's going on. So I'll have the results on that hopefully Friday, if not Friday, Monday. So
Yeah,
still trying to figure it out, Jason.
damn.
We're a bunch of lively, upbeat people, aren't we? Almost the walking. I don't want to say dead. That's a bad term to be used right now in this day and age,
Yeah,
but
right?
Yeah,
just the walking wounded. That's what we'll call ourselves. There
there
you
you go.
go.
The Wounded
Oh,
Warriors.
we can't go that. That's already been used. We're not vets,
So,
so. Man, it's been an intriguing year. Just I mean, everybody knows that. It's not a surprise. I'm not breaking any kind of groundbreaking news here, but man, just the last month and a half is, man, it's gonna be tough to keep your head afloat. I think it feels like, but we'll make it.
just keep your nose out of the water and you'll be okay. It may get right up to the nose, but it's going to go down. And, it's just been a whole lot on y'all lately.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Uh, Jason, you got anything you want to say? Something?
Um, Gail, when you go to places and you see a spirit, is your first inclination is to help them or help them find their path or way, or do you just want to listen to them and just let them talk?
Whatever they need to do. It depends on the energy. Every energy is different. Some of them just look at you and say, "Where am I? Help me," and you can just cross them over. And other ones have to talk about, "Okay, I didn't finish this. I'm sorry I did this," and they need to get that release to let that heavy energy out so they can go on and go where they need to go. Just like humans, everybody's different.
Right.
You know, I like to help them. I want to help them get crossed over. That's kind of what I do more than anything else is I help them get crossed over. And that's such a blessing. Makes you so humble, man, to be able to do something like that.
I bet. Absolutely. Yeah, I just wonder that because I've heard a couple other like mediums that we've met along the way, and that's their first inclination too, is that they want to help them move on right away. And
when they're ready,
Yeah, whereas the rest of us, we're investigating, and all we're trying to do is find the actual evidence to prove that we're actually talking to somebody from the past.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, the historical part and the metaphysical part get to work together for a change, when we're doing something like that. It's just as important to get the physical evidence as it is to help the souls cross over.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the collaboration that we all get to do when we do stuff like that together.
Exactly.
It's hard to find. It really is hard to find, though.
Well, it depends on who you're working with. You need like minds.
That's for sure.
You need different attitudes and different specialities, but you need like minds. You all need to be there for the same reason, which is to help.
Right.
And in my mind, that's what it is,
I try to stay away from the teams that are cancerous, really.
They're out there, too.
Yeah, definitely. And if for the wrong reason, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's why I'm kind of a lone wolf, I don't want my reputation tainted. I mean, I've been doing this for 45 years,
Right.
I don't want to be guilty by association is what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked too hard to be able to help people, with the respect, and people realize, yes, she is kind of different. She does know what she's talking about. And I don't want that to go away, because then I won't be able to help people.
Right.
Right.
Now, you say you're a lone wolf, or you are a lone bunny?
Whatever I need to be, huh?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry, Jason. I stepped on your question.
You got me.
Sorry, Jason. Go ahead and ask your question.
Oh,
I
I
was
guess
just gonna
I'm
say-
bipolar. It depends on what day it is.
Yeah.
Do you have people that call you, contact you, or do you go out in the field with other teams and stuff like that?
A little of both. I do a lot of private readings and stuff, for individuals. But I'm with a couple of teams that I work with, one way down the bayou. The other one is kind of in Baton Rouge, so I'm in between there. And I go with them and help them when they need something. I'm not stuck with, I don't want to say stuck with, but I'm not affiliated with just a certain team. I just work with whomever needs me. If I feel like they're in the right place and they're doing the right thing, I'll be glad to help.
Yeah. Very cool.
Definitely. I agree with that. Yep. Yeah. I know we kind of touched base upon it when you came on last time, and Jason was kind of asking some questions earlier before you got on the camera. As far as missing person cases go and whatnot like that, I know you've helped law enforcement, and we're not talking about specific cases with you because I know you can't legally.
Right.
But
right.
We respect the privacy. But how do you get involved with them, and what kind of role? I mean, other than the obvious, what kind of role do you play in this?
If I feel something and I feel like I can help, it's kind of small country down here. I have a person that I call who's in law enforcement, and they put me through with letting them know, letting the other department or whoever it is I'll be working with, know, okay, she does this. And it's a lot of times, God forbid, it's finding the bodies. It's just seeing where the bodies are, and it's sad. It really is. But it gives closure for the family. That's the main thing.
Definitely.
It can depend on if it's a missing person. That's usually what I do. I just go out and do what I do. I really don't. That's all. I can't say a whole lot, but I just go out and do my thing. I see pictures a lot of times. I see, are they in water? Are they in on land somewhere? Are they buried in the ground somewhere? And I just go through, channel whatever it is that needs to come through to help me, help law enforcement find who they're looking for. We found a little 6-year-old girl recently, and she wasn't deceased. She had been abducted by, again, I can't go into all of it.
Sure.
But we found her before any harm could come to her. And you talk about a great feeling. Oh my goodness. You're walking on air after something like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm very humble about what I do. It's a gift that the universe has given me to help other people. But you are sky high, you know. I don't think there's a drug that can match that. I don't know, but that feeling that you help somebody and that little child has a future now, you know, it's really, really satisfying, I guess is the word for it.
That's awesome. Yeah, definitely. I mean, being able to help in that capacity, especially before harm was done, or worse, that's
Right.
amazing. That's
Right.
incredible. Wow. And people last week got to witness it firsthand. You were helping people left and right on our show, and a couple of them have come back this week, and I think they still have more
I made
questions.
a couple of friends.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure they're knocking on your door in a manner of speaking.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
made
good.
a couple of friends that night, you know, but that's what it's all about. It's not about sitting here being the best and being the most flashy and all that. It's just helping people. You know, you do it because you can.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree with that. And that's kind of why we do this. We do this show to not necessarily help people, but also, just get the information out there. We're not the
Exactly.
front runner experts in all of this stuff, but we do have quite amount of years experience as a team and individuals. I mean, everybody has, experience in
Right.
something, so
Right.
you can always add a helping hand in some way, shape, or form. But on some of the people, and you don't have to give specifics from last week. Did they reach out to you for a follow up, or did they just on new things?
One of them, it was cute. His wife, I don't know if you remember at the end of the show,
Mhm.
the wife was asking a question.
Yep.
And I gave them a name, and they were like, "Yep, that's a name." Well, she texted me, and now we're friends. So
Oh, great.
I did get one friend out of the deal.
That is great.
But it was a lot. I think it was the moon phase last week. Everybody had questions.
Right, no joke. One of our viewers, Crystal, who I know that she came on and you talked about her grandmother's energy in the daughter's room. After
Okay.
that, she was able to collect some pictures. I don't know if she wants me to share them or not, but some pictures of
Oh,
what she had possibly captured in that room after the fact, and they're pretty astounding. I mean, as far as I've been doing this a long time, and your standard, dust, you're gonna capture dust and orbs on camera, but these
Right.
are far from it, and I can't tell you what it is or anything like that because it's mind blowing. So
wow, I'd love to see it.
she says I can show them on air here. Let me go. I'll get these pulled up here 1 second here.
Let's see if I can.
Let me we'll get these here.
I don't know if I can even see them. My screen's black.
Oh
I
no.
told y'all I am not technically inclined. I work emotionally. I don't work technically.
Oh my gosh. Let me
Well,
That's
maybe you
okay.
can
It
send
took
it-
me a while to get on to
Yeah.
the Zoom meeting and everything. I had to go through 2 computers and get my
Yeah.
headphones going.
Yeah.
And so
I know.
Are
I'm
we
right there with ya.
twins?
maybe.
Well, you're
I
both
keep saying to each other.
You're
Let's
both
see if I
wearing
can make
glasses,
this
so-
thing work.
Well, maybe you can send the
Not.
pictures to her through
Maybe you'll have to
Yeah.
send them to me. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm gonna hang up if I press too many buttons.
Yeah, Gail, I'll send them to you, like Jason said, through Messenger. Maybe you can look them at that way. I'm going to get these sent over here in just a second here. Trying to get them pulled up on my
I'm like you. I very rarely see anything in a picture, and when one stands out, it's you know it from the get go. As soon as you look at it, you know something's different about that picture.
Definitely. I agree with that. Trying to get these sent up here 1 second here. I apologize, people at home. Like I said, I know this makes for great radio. But I was intrigued because she was trying to send them to me earlier, and I finally got them, and I'm like, wow, I don't know what I'm looking at, but man.
Exactly. You know it's something. It's different than your normal stuff.
Definitely. Let's see here.
You want me to ask a question while you're?
Yeah, go ahead if you don't mind, please.
Okay. So Gail, just have to ask. Just you see plus hear. You can talk to them just as plain as anybody else that you're looking at, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What about aliens?
I
What's
don't
your
know.
thoughts?
I've never had contact with them. I'm sure they're out there,
Okay.
but personally, I've never had any kind of contact.
Okay.
You know,
Dang
it would
it.
probably be cool, but yeah, I can't answer it because I don't know, brother. I'm sorry.
That's okay. What about Bigfoot or any other kind of creature that's roaming the land here?
I want to see Bigfoot so bad. He's the reason I got into this cryptid stuff years and years ago. You know, I can't wait to meet him. But I do have a little story, if you got a second, about him.
Heck yeah,
We have what they call a Honey Island swamp down here. And my cousin, as a young guy, went hunting and got turned around in there and had to spend the night. So he put his back up against a tree. You know, that's what you do when you're stuck out in the swamp. And he said first he smelled something. And then he heard something rattling through the woods, just making like a, I don't know if you know what a bear sounds like when they kind of huff and puff, you know, that they chomp their teeth in. He said, but he knew it wasn't a bear, you know, but it just had that sound. Well, the next morning when daylight came, he went to get up and walk out, and he saw footprints. They were, I don't know exactly how big, but they were only 3-toed, and they were kind of web-footed. And they think that the Honey Island monster has those kind of toes because he's in that aquatic environment. And he swears to this day, he said, I didn't see him, but I know exactly what it was.
Wow.
That's the closest I have to a personal. That one got me. You know, I was a kid. I was just, what, let's go. But he wouldn't go back out there. He's never going back out there.
Oh, come on, you have to.
Yep, I know. So I told him, I'm too old to run in the swamps now. I got to leave that for the young puppies to do.
What's the creature called again?
The Honey Island swamp monster.
Okay.
Honey Island swamp is just a big swampy area between, say, New Orleans and Bay St. Louis, Mississippi.
Uh-huh.
So it's just this big, giant national refuge with, you know, so much. There was a girl from down there. Her grandfather, his last name was Ford. I can't remember what his first name was. He had 8mm film of the swamp monster. And she's been out there forever trying to find it, you know, just to prove her grandfather was right. But she never did find anything.
Oh, that's crazy. I want to find it now.
Right?
Let me know what you see, because I can't run as fast anymore.
You just got to throw the person next to you down and then run.
As long as I've got one behind me, I'm in good shape.
Yes.
I was going to say, only one person that has to
not to go
live.
with Jason anymore.
Only one person
Yeah,
has
he's
to
gonna
live.
leave you. He's going to trip you behind and leave you for food.
I would never.
Yeah, tell it to somebody that can't read your mind.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize.
Actually, that's what Roth is for, right?
Right. Our buddy Roth.
We're supposed to tie him to a tree and leave him out there, right?
That's right.
Put the
I know
Bigfoot
nothing
juice,
of it.
put the little Bigfoot juice stuff that we have.
You don't want to be an accomplice?
I know nothing.
He
Yeah,
agreed
exactly.
he agreed to it. So
I don't think he really did ever. I think he just kind of.
That's
We just
insane.
talked about it
That
earlier.
boy needs help.
I was gonna say, I think he was voluntold that he would get it. Well, I'm trying to get these pictures to come to me. Of course, as they would have it, they're not sending over, so I'm trying to. Come on. Gotta love computers.
what about vortexes and stuff like that? What's your take on those? Or portals?
Yeah, I don't know so much about a portal. You know, I don't think it's something like you just walk in and walk out. I think it's a little more complicated than that. But where energy comes together and stuff like that, sure, you're going to have those kind of things. You're going to have swirls of energy. You know how, like, when the Doppler radar shows the red on one side and the green on the other, when it's a possibility of tornado because the wind is twisting so much?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the easiest way to describe a portal to me. It's just a swirling energy, and if you get caught up in it, you don't know where you're going to come out. We don't know what's on the other side of that.
Do you think it is possible for people to pass through those?
Yeah, I do. I don't see why not. I don't think we don't know everything, and I think that I want to believe that, because to me, that would be a way that a loved one could come back and visit with you for a little while, and stuff like that. Or maybe you can go over there for a little while and sit on the bench with them and talk to them. Yeah, again, it's fluffy bunny stuff, I want to have that. I want to be able to let my mom come back and see my grandkids, see her grandkids and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe they can, I like to believe they can.
Yeah. I know it's been a few years back that my family took vacation and went down to California, down to San Diego and LA and all that. And we were at Old Town down in San Diego. Mm-hmm. And of course, they've got the Whaley House down there. And my daughter and I, we went and took a night walking tour, and the guy in between the Whaley House and another building is there. There's like a lot of energy there. Like, I could feel it, which back at that time, like, my energy wasn't as strong, like feeling things and stuff. And you could just, the hair on your arm would just raise. It was that strong. It was pretty interesting. And the guy said that, he believes it's a portal, which I don't know. Yeah, very well could be, or just a pocket of energy where things are again, I think it's that mishmashing, of it that makes it into something that is, I don't want to say teleportable. That's a silly word I just made up, but it makes it where we can go back and forth. Yeah, well, it was definitely strong, and my daughter, she's kind of like my brother is. They pick up more and sense more and things, and more sensitive along that line, and she definitely felt it, and it was pretty neat, pretty interesting to experience. So
it is, it really is. It's like, wow. To this day, anytime the hair stands up on me, I'm like, wow, here we go again. It gives you a little validation of what you're feeling.
Yes. My brother is my validation. I think we have that kind of connection when we're together. For me, in order for me to believe what I'm seeing or feeling, I have to look up at him and he can just tell on the look on my face.
His reaction, yeah.
Yes. And he's like, yes, you're seeing or, feeling or hearing it's real.
That's how my best friend was. She'd look at me and I could see that look when she'd look at me. I'm like, it's okay, it's real, calm down, Oh, she was something. She was a nurse, and every time we'd go out to lunch somewhere, I'd wind up reading somebody just off the cuff, usually the servers. She's like, will you stop? I can't even eat my lunch without this going on. But she was something, man. She helped me bring my gifts out to light and not be so worried about what people were thinking, and I owe that to her. I really do. She went to the other side a couple of years ago. She died in my arms, and I'll never forget it. We were college roommates, and then when I moved back from Tennessee after the storm, I moved in with her. So we were roommates again. We were Thelma and Louise. But she had that respect for that feeling. Being a nurse, she said she had, felt patients when they passed away. She could feel it. And that's where she could get it from. She knew it was real, but she never saw it like on a happy level. You know, it was always on a sad level. So I was glad she got to witness some of that before she went over there.
Probably kind of gave her a sense of calm, peacefulness per se.
Exactly. You know, I'm sorry I went off on that tangent. Sometimes you think about, that's how people pop into your head sometimes. You never know.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
And she would do it right here in the middle of the show, too. Michelle, if you're listening, I got you, buddy.
She's probably like, here we go again. I can't even eat in peace.
I'm waiting for a certain piece of jewelry to come flying out the jewelry box.
Oh, nice. Well, I can only get 2 of the pictures to come through. Gail, can you see us right now on your screen?
No, it's black.
Still black?
And if I
Okay.
press the wrong button, I'm gone. So
Okay.
I'll just send them to me and I'll look at them.
Okay. I'm gonna.
That means you'll have to have me back talk about what I saw.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go ahead and put them up for the people at home right now. Now this first one.
Yeah.
Let's see here if I can get it open here. If it's gonna let me. It's probably being something else. I don't know if it's gonna let me. It might.
I love technology.
Oh, yeah.
Like a little Hawaiian punch. My granddaughter must have made it.
Oh.
So what do you do for Thanksgiving around down south? Is it typical Thanksgiving
Oh,
dinner?
Jesus,
Or you
we eat
guys...
everything that gets in our way.
Okay, fair enough.
Best way to do it, right?
Yeah, they take turkeys, they fry them, they roast them, they stuff them with ducks and chickens. If you ever had a turducken,
I've heard of it.
it's a turkey that's stuffed with a duck that's stuffed with a chicken.
Wow.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, same here.
Covers all the fowl right there. You got it all on one plate, you know, and of course you got gumbo. You either have gumbo with oysters or without oysters.
Whoa.
Oysters are nasty. I'm sorry. They
I
look
was
like
gonna
big
say.
snot rockets. I can't do them.
That's what I was
No.
going to
So
say.
I don't do the oyster gumbo. Everybody, you know, of course they have all the traditionals. If you go into Mama's house, she's going to make something and everybody's going to bring something, and especially the sweet potatoes. You're going to make me hungry now. You know.
Just in time
My
for tomorrow.
daughter-in-law is over in the other house. I live in a tiny house right next door to my daughter-in-law and my son, and she's over there preparing all this stuff for tomorrow. I said, I got to get out of here.
Oh, wow. I don't blame
There
you.
won't be anything left.
All right. Let me put this up for the viewers at home real quick here. Yeah, maybe. If I can get things situated here. 1 second.
While you're doing that, Crystal was mentioning about her daughter's health.
Oh, I
It
saw
has
that.
not been good, so she's wondering if that's what's making things happen at her house.
Crystal is the one who sent me this picture, by the way.
Right.
Let me do this.
No,
real-
she's the one you said. I said something about the Easter dress. Was that her?
Yes, with the daughter
Yeah.
and the mother.
I talk to so many people. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get things confused. But
That's all
yeah,
right.
I remember that. We were talking about the patent leather shoes and the little frilly cups.
Yes.
But and she's worried about her daughter's health. Is it something respiratory? Is she having respiratory problems, or is she having abdominal problems? I see a couple of different things going on.
Chris, if you care to weigh in on that, let us know if it's what your daughter's suffering. This first pic, and like I said, I'll send these over to you, Gail. This first pic is caught off her camera from the daughter's room, and it's a elongated. I don't even know how to explain it. Kind of oval-shaped spear.
Yeah.
Not sure what that is. If
Is it like giving off its own light?
do that again. Say that again.
Is
Yeah.
it like giving off its own light?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah, that one's not even the most intriguing one to me. I want to get the other ones here before I jump into the.
I mean, I don't know if it's just reflective off of the camera light itself, but
Right.
I mean, it appears like it is kind of giving off its own.
And that could be a thing,
Yeah.
where IR lights, do give off extra light, kind of a thing, where
Oh, yeah.
a phenomenon. But this next one, I can't get the other ones to pull up to lead to this next picture. I'll just go ahead and pull up the very next one because the next one is the one I cannot explain. It's tough to say what it is because I can't pull it up yet. That's why. There we go.
What?
Yeah, wait till I get this pulled up here. 1 second, people at home. If it lets me.
Looks like a cat.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, but I don't think it is.
Does look like a cat. That's pretty
It
interesting.
does look like. Does she have a cat at home?
What to ask?
She was saying in the first picture that it was pitch black, and that's kind of the impression I got too, was that it was pitch black. So that's
She said she has cerebral palsy and she stopped eating a few weeks ago, and she said the room was pitch black. Let's see if I can get. Give me 1 second here. I'll get this pulled up here better for the
and
viewers.
she said no cats.
So
Oh,
that's why I got the abdominal thing because she had quit eating.
Oh yeah. This is as good as I can maybe get it because it's a long picture. Viewers at home,
what? in the
I
hell?
cannot tell you what this is. I don't know. And it looks like I know that the group is saying cat. It looks like a cat, but obviously she doesn't have one.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's something that's blocking out most of the background. It's some kind of
Wow.
I don't even know what to call it really. It's bizarre.
It's different,
Can
definitely.
you send that to all of us on Messenger too? All the pictures?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, because she had other pictures she sent to me, and I don't know why I can't get them over. Sent over to myself because it's being real finicky. But I was able to get these two ones. The other ones there's more things in the room, but this one was the most defining one for me as far as what I can't figure out what it is.
Is
And
it somebody trying to
I wanna
manifest?
see.
somebody trying to do what, Jason?
Manifest? Like appear?
Actually, does it look like a little black figure? Like kind of, I don't want to say it's crawling, but it's slithering maybe?
Well, this one is white because of the IR light, so
Yeah.
and I can't tell if it's close to the camera, if it's walking past the camera, or if it's moving past. There looks like stuff in the background. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Up at the top right hand corner, it almost looks to me like it at the very right. It looks kind of almost like hair.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I was trying to
dark
figure out
hair.
too. And Crystal, am I showing this picture? Is this up and down correctly, or does it need to be turned on its side? I can't tell which direction this picture should be because even in the background, I can't make out what's behind there. If that's a blanket,
Is
a
that a chair?
chair. Well, yeah, it looks like a little bit, but also looks like fingers, like something's grabbing it. So
Right.
now, and that's the thing with people see is it's called pareidolia, where you see
What your mind thinks.
things that in pictures, and we've experienced that firsthand in a location we go to in Dodge City at the Santa Fe Depot, where a guest had taken a picture of in this auditorium that's a theater, had taken random pictures, and this picture looks like a person sitting up in the seats, and we are very confident it's not a person because it's a looks like a lamp. Like each table has a little lamp with the shade on it, but the more you look at it, and the more it looks like a person from the old west with the big, mustache and whatnot.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So but once again, we're confident it's not apparition because we know with the room layout and stuff like that. And we even up there and tested that theory. But man, your mind does definitely want to see one thing versus what's maybe there, in reality. But this picture is bizarre to me. It's baffling, the one we're showing on screen. She says, yes, it is the right pic. It's my daughter's bathtub in the back, but it's far from the camera. She says it's like,
She also said it's like 2 feet
Yeah.
away from the camera.
yeah, this is mind blowing. I have no idea what this is. Like Jason said, maybe it's something trying to manifest.
Because if you look to the side on the left, you could almost see like maybe a nose to a mouth or something like on the side, like a, you know, kind of like a, the side view of the
Side profile, yeah.
Yeah, profile. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
That's
sorry.
kind of what I mean. It looks like a cartoon face.
Yeah, it does.
But it honestly, it looks like somebody, like an older man, kind of look with like a jaw, right, or chin, maybe a mustache or something, and his eye. It's like he's in motion.
I don't know.
Maybe it's the grandfather checking in.
Because that could be his hair up top.
Right.
Crystal, is your grandfather passed away too? I know you said your grandmother.
Would it be her father and the little girl's grandfather?
Oh, that's right. That's right. You were saying that. That's right. I forgot. Yeah, last week you did say the father. I forgot about that. I was thinking about I was so fixated on the grandmother, kind of overwatching. Yeah, that I forgot about the father also too. What did you see when you said you saw something crawling? What were you picturing, Gail?
Just like a cat. You know, when y'all talking cat size, I was thinking it's something about that size, or a little, maybe a bobcat size. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
Oh, yeah.
A bigger cat.
Yeah.
Just kind of going across the floor. You know,
Gotcha.
just dark energy, and to me, sometimes that can be an elemental trying to sneak in. You know, and see what's going on. That was my thought on it.
Gotcha. Yeah, and Krista just confirmed. She said, yeah, the man who raised her, yes, he has passed. Or he is passed, excuse me. So maybe that's what you were picking up on last time, and this time again, it was the father figure.
Yeah, I remember that part, because I remember talking about the patent leather shoes.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'm a shoe girl. I'll never forget a pair of shoes.
Oh, my goodness. This picture is baffling. I'll definitely get these sent over to you so you can check them out on
please.
your time.
I'll check it out after we get off the air.
Yeah, and we'll definitely stay in touch about it too, and I'll talk with Gail and see what she can come up with and what she thinks, because that one kind of threw me for a loop. I wasn't expecting that.
It's hard for me to say I don't know when it comes to a picture, so I'm excited to look at it.
Definitely. Wow. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I can definitely see now that Jason mentioned the side profile. The more I look at it, the more clear it becomes, and it almost looks like.
I see it now too. Okay, I'm seeing it on my smaller screen.
A gentleman walking, or kind of manifesting, or walking into the room, or something like that.
I gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Left to right, or right to left.
Crystal, can you kind of describe the man you said raised you as a child, or raised you that's passed? Can you kind of give us maybe a description of him? Maybe that's who you captured. Because
it's either an old man,
or
what I'm seeing, or it's a grumpy looking cat.
Well, and that's just it. Gail mentioned a bobcat. I can see the bobcat Gail was talking about. That's what's bizarre. It does look like a bobcat because it has the kind of pointed ears a little bit, possibly.
You know, being ornery and trying to hit the camera.
Yeah, but once again, she has no cats. So is it a ghost spirit of a ghost cat? I mean, we have experienced animals before on investigations. I've come across deceased dogs. The owners have told us. Well, the owner that had also passed that we were in, we asked, what was the name of the animal that passed also too in the same house, and it wasn't a common name. It came through as Zoe, and that's what the dog's name was. Yeah, it was spot on. And it happened to be one of our teammates' grandparents' house. Her grandmother had passed away prior to, and so had the animal. And her grandpa was getting ready to sell it, and he's like, "You guys can come in, one last time, and just kind of, see what you can find," because he experienced some things in the house, and yeah, he was blown away when he heard the Zoe name come through, because it was definitely none of us
that's
talking.
Not a common name,
right? And yeah, we caught it, and all night. It was during the summer we were investigating too, and I had shorts on, and all night I kept feeling something brushing against my legs, real low to the ground.
Oh, you're giving me chills.
Yeah, I could feel it, and I put one of our meters down below, and up high you couldn't get any kind of a reading on it. It was just zero. Nothing was pegging. But the more I put it down by my legs, the reading started climbing, of course. Every
Yeah,
Where was this?
that was you. You were on the money with that one. Something kept rubbing against your leg.
Uh-huh. So I feel like it was the dog itself. This was in Rose Hill, Jason, Rose Hill, Kansas. You didn't go to that.
Okay,
It was
yeah.
just Ben and Claire and myself, us three who got to go because I don't know where you were at. You probably were out doing something else at the time.
I went to Rose Hill.
Did you? Were you with us that night?
Yeah. You already forgot I was there.
Well, that's been a long time ago. That was like
Yeah.
about 8 or 9 years ago at this point. So yeah, I don't remember who's all there anymore at this point.
No,
yeah.
it was just the four of us that went.
Okay, I forgot. So let's see what Crystal said. She said the light on the wall. Crystal said she'll send me a pic of him also too. So maybe we can compare the two.
Right.
She said the light on the wall is the same wall where the line. Let me see real quick here. Oh, she said the light on the wall. It's the same wall that from the first pic that she had sent me. I'm trying to read this what it says here. The light on the wall is the same wall where the line that looks like energy is the other pic I sent you. So I was thinking she's saying it's moving basically and getting I think closer and even it's facing the same wall. So but it's in her daughter's room, the one that has cerebral palsy, excuse me. Which that's tough. I mean, and like I think Gail hit on last time, you were saying it's more of like we'll call it a guardian angel maybe of sorts that's watching over her, just taking care of her needs basically when just
And that could be another sign about a portal where a loved one can come back and help. That's the perfect example of what I would think a portal would be good for.
mm-hmm.
They can come back and check in. They can kind of keep watch on people and stuff like that. And maybe those portals are one way for them to get through to do that.
Wow.
I do kind of, believe that, loved ones can come back and kind of help people when they're sick or more, vulnerable.
Absolutely.
My brother's grandfather, not to steer away from Crystal's thing, when, towards the last month or so, before he passed, he would get to where he'd have like dementia-like, things, and he'd be sleeping, and then he'd wake up and he would just like stare up at the ceiling, and then he would talk to it and say, "Didn't you see that person there?" And of course, I don't know what I was expecting, but I'd look at the corner at the ceiling and kind of, just study it like I really knew what he was talking about. But I
was
really
somebody
didn't.
coming back. Yeah, they were coming back to take him home.
Right.
My grandmother did the same thing. She would just stare off and I'd say, "Mama, what are you looking at?" And she'd just get this big, she couldn't really speak that well toward the end. And she'd just get this big grin on her face and her eyes would light up. And I said, "That's Papa, huh?" And she just, the biggest grin, her Lucille Ball grin, and that made it so much easier for me to let her go because I knew he was waiting there for her.
Yeah.
It really gives you a sense of comfort. You know they're going to be okay.
Yeah. Sure does.
Man, I hope this picture comes through, guys, because this is. I'll let you guys see it.
I can't wait.
I'll let you see this and form your
I
own
guess
opinions.
I'm going to have to take lessons on how to use these phones. I don't know what I'm doing.
We'll have to do a Zoom 101 for paranormal.
Exactly. Zoom for dummies.
Crystal said in her daughter's case, that's what she's afraid of. It is. You're afraid of that it's a guardian angel coming to visit? Or, I see what you're saying. She's probably referring to the helping her pass on over kind of a thing. I hope not. That's hard. That's something I can't say because there's only one being that knows when it's our time to go. So I don't even speculate on stuff like that. That's not my place. Yeah, plus it's a liability. I mean, if you say, it's happening, and then it doesn't happen, or it does happen, you say, no, they're going to be fine, and then something the reverse happens, people will get upset. Yeah, so, So we hope for the best.
Some things you leave alone.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Definitely want to meddle with things we can't control.
Mm.
Our buddy
KC.
Our buddy KC, who's over in Abu Dhabi, or he's actually United Arab Emirates. I guess the same thing, close to, but he's over there. He asked if we ever sleep, because we're always on doing our podcast. Yeah, no, it's only, what do you call it here? It was what time is it? 8:41 here. So
8:41. Yeah.
yeah, that's probably daytime over there, Casey.
Of course not, Casey. We're paranormal investigators. What do you expect?
That's true. Yeah.
We sleep during the day, darling. We are creatures of the
I was
night.
gonna say,
Exactly.
ghost hunters do it in the dark. Yep, that's for
I
sure.
have a Casey over here. My son is Casey.
Oh, really? Too funny. Small worlds, right?
Yeah.
I wish this picture would come
Halfway
through.
across the globe.
Actually, this may have came through. Nope, darn it, didn't come through. Well, heck, I'll definitely get everybody's opinion on this after the show ends, because I can't get these pictures to show up. He said it's 6:42 a.m. over his time, and yeah, no, over
Oh,
here
that's
it's
about bedtime for me.
6:42 in the morning. Wow. Which I could too, but unfortunately I have to be up about that time to go to work, so if not earlier. So
Yeah, well, the joy of being retired.
oh yeah, I was gonna say you got it made, definitely. Well, you know.
I worked in restaurants all my life, so that you just get used to being on the other side of the time. I don't get I get up at 2 to go to work for 4. So
True.
Oh man.
Yeah. You adjust as much as you can, yeah, because whatever the job dictates. So yeah, I cannot get these pictures through. It's frustrating me.
that's strange.
Oh yeah. That's about right. Yeah, every time we mention, like I said, certain topics or certain things, it's the spirits know. Yeah, Casey had sent me a picture, which I haven't shared with the team yet, about a place in Wilson that had a abandoned place, not the one we were checking out from the outside in, a different place where it had some weird. I can't. Looks like dust, kind of smoke, or possible mist in there. I'll have to show you guys the team what it is, because I don't know yet. I haven't had a chance to really dissect to what it is yet, and that's why I haven't shown the team yet, because we need to sit down, and everybody's been kind of spread apart right now because of COVID. But yeah, we'll definitely take a look at that, KC, and we'll get back to you on that picture, because it's definitely piqued my curiosity, so I want to definitely get the team's take on it too. So it's craziness. We get all kinds of stuff.
You just watch yourself over there, Casey.
Yeah, definitely. He needs to be safe over there. He's working for the government of sorts. We'll say that much.
That's right. He's not in the military. He's working for a government contractor.
Yeah. Yep.
That's none of my business. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he can never tell us where he's at most times, but we see when he travels. So,
Yeah.
which that's smart, for safety reasons. But we keep in touch with him.
absolutely.
Hey, Casey.
Yeah.
He takes pictures
so
of his
much.
food. It shows what he's eating. All the
Yeah, because he had to go over there, and of course, coming from America, he had a quarantine for 2 weeks.
time. Oh, yeah.
Which makes sense because of COVID. You're in a foreign country, foreign land. They want to make sure you're not bringing anything, even aside from COVID, but for definitely COVID right now. But the poor guy's in a hotel, and down below is all these restaurants, hamburger places, and whatnot that he can't even park. He can't get to. It's like it's outside my window. I just can't get it.
Oh my God.
But no, there's a service, I guess, kind of like Uber Eats or whatever you want to call it, their version of it, that we're able to deliver to him. And he knows a couple people after all of the years of traveling over there for this job. He's knows some people that actually cooked him some meals and brought them to him and whatnot, which is fantastic. So
Yeah.
he's getting taken care of.
Good deal. Yeah, he's earned it.
Yeah, definitely has earned it, that's for sure. So, yeah, we got about 15 minutes left of the show, roughly. So, any kind of final questions, thoughts? Anybody want to ask any questions to Gail and whatnot? And she'll be back on the show again in the future, too. So, we love having Gail on. This is the second time she's been on the show. Yeah, and
Thank y'all so much. This is so much fun. And then helping people on the top of it. It doesn't get any better than that.
definitely, yeah. Eventually, we'll have the whole gang in studio here, and we'll definitely have fired some questions off back and forth. And you got to meet Dan last time, of course. And like I said, you met Jason and Renee. We're missing quite a few of the team. We're all said we're about 12 people, all said and done, on our team, which is it's intriguing to me because I thought most paranormal teams were about that large, and then I found out a lot of them aren't. They're maybe 2 to 5 people at max. I'm like, wow, we have a hard time getting 12 people to commit to one thing at a time sometimes, whether it be a case or whatever else. And man, with 5 people, that's challenging to me.
Yeah,
it is. The group I work with over here, we have different chapters all across Louisiana. So if we have to pull in reinforcements from somewhere else, we can do that. And that's really good because we go from way down the bayou all the way up to North Louisiana, and we just cover the state, and we try to keep everybody informed, plus we do private cases and stuff like that. We're here to help people,
Right.
That's what I tell people, the organized, hunts, if you will, talking Waverly, Trans-Allegheny, stuff like that's fun. That's my entertainment. But when I can help a family know that everything is okay and it's going to be okay, that is the true gift and the part that makes your heart swell up. That's what it's all about, is helping other people.
Definitely. I would agree with that 100%. Yeah. And that's what we do too. I mean, yes, we're a group of 12 people, but we also network with a large bunch of teams, basically.
And we have to. We all need to get together. We all should be on the same page.
Amen. I've been saying that for years, but unfortunately in our field, there's so much politics. Speaking of politics, there's so much politics, going on where people are just so territorial or don't want to work with the other teams. But after we've gone to a couple events and stuff like that, we made such strong connections that we have a good, solid foundation of network in the Midwest here that they give us cases, we give them cases, and then we also work together. So we're building a strong foundation. And you better believe when we come down your way, we're going to look you up, and you're definitely going to have to come out with us. So
you better, Sheriff. I'll get a voodoo Greekly bag on you.
The problem is I'm already cursed as it is, so you're too late. I don't think I can get any worse than I have right now. So. No, I'm kidding.
You were breaking up, so I didn't hear what you said.
Good. It's the voodoo curse already taking us hold.
It's for the best.
No, you're not cursed. Calm down. You're okay.
Not cursed yet.
I had to recently move off from one group that I was trying to help because, to me, they were using people's tragedy for their entertainment purposes.
Oh my gosh.
And that is wrong. You don't do something like that. They wanted me, I was a news reporter when I was younger for the local paper, and we had a tragedy, and I was very familiar with the case, and I said something about it, and the next thing I know, they're calling for people to come up and go in the area, the specific area, to go find the girl who was, God forbid, and they said, oh, we're going to find the girl that was beheaded.
Oh my God.
You don't do stuff like that.
Wow.
That's not what we're about. And I had to distance myself really quick. They're again guilty by association, and I wasn't going to be part of that.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
That's my soapbox for tonight, y'all. Sorry.
That's all right. It sounds like a few groups around here too.
Yeah. Like I said,
don't take somebody's tragedy for your entertainment. That's just wrong.
No. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's about helping others. Making sure.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
You said, closure, kind of a closure thing. If we can, and just some validation at times. Like our guest tonight, or our viewer on the line here, Crystal, she said, thank you guys so much. I mean, she feels like, just talking to us, it's her way of, getting some kind of closure on a situation, basically.
Absolutely. Sometimes people just need to talk and need to know that they're being heard and that what they're feeling is real. Because we're trained to not believe in stuff. Well, I was lucky I didn't. My mama taught me what really happens. But, I mean, normally we're trained to believe that kind of stuff that they're feeling and it's happening to them is doesn't happen. They're going, am I crazy? If I tell somebody, what are they going to think? And if they have that outlet, 20 minutes on the phone can help somebody immensely. And if we can do that, that's great.
I agree. Yeah, 100%. Yep. And like I said, for the viewers at home, we'll do some more of these with Gail, and hopefully we could get the people call in, and if they have any questions for Gail, like such as the ones through the chat line tonight, we could definitely maybe have Gail if she's willing to help.
Always.
Through the phone call. So yeah, we'll definitely do that here in some future episodes coming up here.
I'm looking forward to the conversations. Absolutely.
Yeah, because every time we get right in the middle of things, that's when the time flies by. It's like, it's already time to end the show already. We just started, didn't we?
I know.
I'm sorry I got in late. I was just happened to be coming from the other house and checked my messages. Like, oh no. I don't want to miss out.
Yeah, everybody was kind of running behind tonight, so I was just like, "Oh, Gail, are you available? I need some help." But no,
yeah, I am. Be careful what you ask for.
No. I was just appreciate on such short notice. I was like, "You offered, so I'm gonna say I'll take you up on your offer."
No problem, man. Anytime.
Definitely.
I just keep my phone around on Wednesday evening, so I know what's going on.
Yeah, and we do it. Like I said, every Sunday is usually when our show goes. But unfortunately, this past Sunday I had to work, and then with Jason being sick and a couple other people had some things going on, we didn't get a chance to do the show. But this upcoming Sunday, for sure, we'll return to our same time slot, which is 7 to 9 Central Standard Time. And speaking of this upcoming Sunday, we're talking about the conspiracy theory with JFK. I know the anniversary was last weekend, but and not to make light of a tragic situation, we like to talk about it because we want to know what the government is telling us is it fact, or are they trying to cover it up? Because there's just so many weird occurrences, caveats around it, and it's just like, what really went on that day in Dallas, or even
everything
before,
leading up to it.
Yeah, and after. Yeah, so we like to talk about it till we're blue in the face, and then next thing I know, 2 hours has passed, and sometimes we go 2 episodes, so we definitely we have our fill of that show, and we definitely have a couple of guests on next week on the show. We have, like I said, Jason Kupsik out of Kansas City, the Ectoplasm Show, and we also have Josh Hurd, who's a co-host of the Ectoplasm Show and G Crew, that will be joining us next weekend. So it's going to be fun. Or this weekend, I guess, the 29th, should I say. So
yeah.
Yep. So
right around the corner.
And and I know Gail you had reached out and talked to oh my God, I drew a blank. Sorry, Janice.
Yeah.
Leia, about, you said thank you to her for letting you, for referring you to us. And I also noticed you mentioned about maybe doing a joint effort with her on our show. So yeah, we'll definitely get you both back on the show, and we can talk about some fun. Yeah.
I've been talking with Janice here and there a little bit.
Yeah.
Off camera, just keeping tabs with her too. So
yeah, I know she's tending to some personal matters right now, so which is, that's why she had to miss our episode.
Right, that too. She texted me. She's like, I need your address. I'm like, for what? I wanted the pendulum she was giving away.
Yeah,
I'm like, does that work?
Yeah, I saw you won that.
With her team, and they were giving away these pendulums. And I was like, what do you mean my address? She coming down? I thought she was coming down. And I'm like, no, you won. I never won anything, but it's the box. I'll be waiting for it. She's something else. She and I hit it off. We did Waverly together, and that's where we met. And we friends. That's what this, these people and what we do. That's what it's about. It's finding people to connect with, and that way we can help people. I can help people where y'all are. You can help people where I am. And it just makes for a good family. That's what we need around here. We need a family and not so much political.
Yeah.
That's just my thoughts,
Definitely. I agree with that 100%. Yep. So, no, but, well, it's almost that time, guys. I think we're going to wrap up this evening. And I want everybody to Renee has some cooking to finish up, and I got some things I need to go tend to. And sounds like Gail wants to do some eating, so we made her hungry talking about food.
One of my good traits there. I'm going to see what she's got cooked now.
There you go.
Back over to the other house. Thank y'all again for having me.
Anytime.
It's always so much fun.
Thank you very much for joining us again on such short notice, and we'll definitely have you back on in a couple weeks.
just holler at me. Y'all stay safe and a happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I'm going to go ahead and click off.
All right. Take care,
Okay.
Gail. Thank
Take
you very
care.
much.
Thanksgiving.
Y'all too. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
See you next time.
Definitely. We'll see you. Thank you very much.
Oh, you got it.
Take
I don't know
care.
if I can figure out how to hang up. There it is. Bye.
Bye. That was our special guest this evening, Gail Fontenot, out of Louisiana. She's became a very good friend of the show. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong screen there. She'll be definitely back with us. Like I said, every time we've had her on the show, people definitely have questions they want answered, so we'll have her come back and do some more with us. And I definitely see us working with her in the future on some of our cases and whatnot. It's good to have a good network of people such as Gail and, like, of course, Lena and other people we've talked to and met along the way. That's helped us out in a pinch, or for whether it be to help a client of ours or even ourselves. We've asked for help, too, because we're at the end of the day we're people in need also too. So, but yeah, she's always fun to talk to, and people really enjoy Gail. And we'll get Lena on the show too sometime. We need to get her on here, let her talk some things, and see what's up with Lena. I know she's busy right now at the KC Medical side of things. She just did that fair, I think, last week, the virtual fair, and she's of course going to be coming to Wichita soon enough to do some live readings in studio, not our studio, of course, in the salon. Excuse me. She'll be doing by appointment. So if you need anything, if you want to talk to Lena Townsend, let us know. We'll put the link out on our chat lines. Jason's already been doing that. I know that. He's been, sharing the event.
I need to share it to Cryptic Heartland.
Yeah,
That's what
definitely.
I need to do.
So that's a local friend, psychic medium, based out of she lives up northeast Kansas. She'll be coming down to Wichita, Kansas to do, like I said, at Salon 535 here in Wichita in December, right?
Yes.
Okay. I can't
Coming
remember
up
the
in
date.
about 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. So we'll share that link also too. And then, like I said, if you need anything from us, definitely message us off air. We're always here to help, whether it be with a question, whether it be even if doesn't matter what part of the country you're in. Like Gail was helping people, in Arizona last week from our show. So we're here to help you guys. You're not alone in this. You're not alone in the fight. So, especially in this time of need, during COVID. So, we're here to help with any kind of questions we can, and we have a long history of knowledge from the group itself, plus some of our networking friends we met along the way. So, we'll definitely get you taken care of. But yeah, no, Jason, I'm glad to see you're doing back, and Renee yourself. I'm glad you got to come back on the show. It's been a while. I mean, I think it was that July or June you were in here, or maybe August. I can't remember.
When we did
Our 100th celebration.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was about August, I want to say, maybe. But
I think it was August.
yeah. So glad you could join in. And I tried getting Chris on here. He'll come on the show one time. He said it's kind of hard because 8 o'clock's about the time his daughter goes to bed, so he has to he'll have to jump on and jump off. He said, which, hey, we'll take any of our teammates on the show, definitely anytime they want to partake. And I know it was tough tonight because of Thanksgiving tomorrow. People were working and doing things. So
Yeah.
yep. So no, but yeah, I'm glad everybody's starting to feel better. I can't wait till this year to pass, or this lockdown to pass, so we can go back out and start helping people in person. We got a lot of cases to tend to, and got some reveals to do as well. And yeah, we'll see how
Definitely
things go.
on that. I'm kind of behind on that a little bit.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, like I said, I need to touch base with all the clients we've been reaching out over the months, keeping steady contact to see how they're doing, and also got a couple reveals, like I said, to give to a couple of clients that we've actually finished. So, but oh man, fun times. I'm tired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got turkey tomorrow, but then we gotta start packing the house because we're out of here by Monday.
Oh, that quick?
Oh man!
Wow. Hopefully everybody feels up to it.
We haven't even signed the papers for the new place yet.
Are you going to sign on Monday, I hope? Or no later than Monday?
Oh, everything's going to go to a storage unit or to the new place.
Okay.
We don't know.
Yeah. Were you able
So
to?
we're using the movers that you got.
Oh, cool. Those guys are great. I hope you get the same guys I got. I can't remember off the top of my head their name and whatnot, but I'll remember and tell you who they were. There were 2 guys that were awesome.
Yeah, but that's what I get to do all weekend is pack. so I'm
No,
not
thank
really
you.
looking forward to it.
No, thank you. Not all the thing you to do. Don't forget Sunday night.
I won't. I'll be there.
I know
But
you will.
as soon
Yeah.
as we're done with eating dinner tomorrow, it's we're packing everything away. So that's what my whole fun time off is.
Fun. You call that fun?
Well, it gets us out of here into the new place. Yes.
That's true. Yeah, definitely. So, very cool. Renee, what do you got going on tomorrow? Are you just besides eating?
Yep, just eating and napping and watching KU. That's it.
That's true. They play at 11 o'clock tomorrow or something like that.
Something like that. I'll have
Noon.
to
I can't
double
remember.
check.
Yeah, basketball.
Gotta watch the parade.
Are they doing a parade
Oh.
this year?
I have no idea actually.
I was just
You
curious
know
about
what?
that.
I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, hard to
I
say.
don't either.
Yeah, definitely. But, well, whatever you guys do, be safe, like I said, and happy Thanksgiving to you guys and to the viewers at home also too. And
Absolutely.
to you guys, I'll
Yeah.
send you the pictures that I got from Crystal, our viewer.
Okay.
She's asking, definitely wants our help, and I'll send them over, Crystal, also to excuse me, Gail. There's one I can't believe. I mean, the one I showed you plus the one she just sent me. It's I got my theories, so I'll see what you guys have to say about it. So
I'm
Okay.
curious too. I kind of have a visual
yeah.
of how this gentleman would look, so
So
I'm curious.
yep. So I'll let you guys form your own opinions. But
Okay.
very cool, guys. Well, happy Thanksgiving to you guys, the viewers at home. Once again, this has been Cryptic Heartland, episode number 125. Don't forget programming note. This Sunday, November 29th, episode 126. We'll have special guests on the show. We'll have Jason Kupsik from Kansas City's Ectoplasm Show, and also his co-host Josh Hurd from Iowa, who's part of the Ectoplasm Show and also part of G Crew podcast. They'll be on the show talking with the gang about the JFK conspiracy. You'll hear our thoughts. You'll hear their thoughts. We'll play evidence that we've had, or not we have, but evidence we've collected over the years to see if maybe we can't change your mind. If you haven't seen the trailer, go out to the Cryptic Heartland Facebook page. It's out there right now for the Sunday's episode. We have the promo pic, and we also have the videos. So it's very, very fun. So I can't wait to get that discussed. And then coming up in December, it'll be December next week after next. So it's hard to believe that, but
Jeez.
we'll have some more special guests. We'll have the return of Paranormal Sarah Soderlund. She's coming back on the episode. I'm going to get David Oman back from the Oman House out in Beverly Hills, California. He'll be on the show. And then there's a couple of special guests that are still in the works. I won't say too much because they're some big-time people. So we'll have them out here soon enough. So, but everybody at home, thank you guys. Thanks to Renee for jumping in last minute. Jason for getting on. I know you had a busy day, hectic last couple hours. So
Yeah.
appreciate you guys both, tuning in and jumping on. And once again, I appreciate Gail for jumping in last minute because I was like at 7 o'clock. I'm like, nobody's around. I need somebody to talk to.
Talk to yourself.
I could have. So, no, but all right, guys. Once again, this has been Cryptic Heartland, episode number 125, with return of Jason's lovely face and Renee's lovely face, and also return of Gail. So Gail Fontenot. So. Thank you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Take
Okay.
care.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
See ya.